Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about the Lego Dungeon Master and their options now that we're on this other side of Lego Dungeons and Dragons, Red Dragon's Tail set, and what can be done with this. There's so many options. And I would like to say this is the most exciting option, but we're literally at the beginning of this, right? We're at the second, and I have to say, I'm sorry. I know I talk about religion in context of Dungeons and Dragons, but it is a huge part of my life, and I want to be transparent and honest with my channel. I I am incredibly blessed to be a Christian, right? I go through trials, and Jesus Christ loves me, and I know why trials come into my life. But I cannot believe I've been so blessed that I got to live through the first 50 years of Dungeons & Dragons, and now the second 50 years of Dungeons & Dragons that I'm going to get to witness. It's possible I could see the 100th anniversary. I never even thought about that in my life. I'm 54. I can live to 104, and I could see the second 50th celebration. That's astounding. I'm not saying that will happen. I'm just saying it's possible, right? And if you think that's exaggeration, again, it's a big deal that I'm an evangelical Christian. We got people living to 100 years old pretty routinely in my church, which astounds me. It is incredible, right? But I am so excited, and so let me talk to you about this today. So, what can be done? What can the Lego Dungeon Master do that the Trad Dungeon Master cannot, right? Well, first of all, we already talked about the Lego Dungeons & Dragons Red Dragon's Tail campaign, right? And then today let's talk about Lego Dungeons & Dragons Red Dragon's Tail Click, and this is incredibly exciting. All right, you finish Lego's Dungeons & Dragons Red Dragon's Tail, okay? Your gnome, the gnome fighter, the elf wizard, the dwarf cleric, the orc rogue are all together. They survive. Cinderhowl's egg is returned, okay? And then what happens? Well, Vecna Eve of Ruin drops, the Dungeons & Dragons canon hardback, which was built for Lego Dungeons & Dragons. It's the first D&D canon hardback that we're going to get for Lego Dungeons & Dragons, right? And so in Vecna Eve of Ruin, Illustrial Silverhand, Mordenkainen, and Tasha combine together, right? And Vecna's coming, and he's going to create a reality bomb that is a chaos bomb that's going to rewrite reality across the Dungeons & Dragons realms, right? So Illustrial Silverhand, Mordenkainen, and Tasha, they're putting into place ways to stop Vecna. But they also know Vecna might not be stopped, right? So what I would do is I would have Illustrial Silverhand, and so at the end of Lego Dungeons & Dragons Red Dragon's Tail, I would have Illustrial Silverhand, Mordenkainen, and Tasha come to the player characters playing the elf wizard, the gnome fighter, the orc rogue, and the dwarf cleric, and say, listen, Vecna's coming. We're doing the best we can to stop him, and we have groups of adventurers who are helping us to do that. But we have a quest for you, and we're hoping you're going to accept it. We don't know if we can stop Vecna. He may be successful, and he may rewrite the reality in all of the realms in Dungeons and Dragons, right? And they'll say all the known realms, right? All the explored realms, right? So what we want to do is we have found a realm that Vecna has never traveled to, and we want you to go there, and we want you to live there for 7 years. We want you to go through a portal. You live in this Vecna undiscovered realm, a realm that Vecna has never set foot into. We want you to live lives in that realm, and then 7 years later come back to the same point, and the portal will echo again, even if we're dead, right? We're going to cast a spell now where the portal will open now, and it'll open 7 years from now. And you will return to either these known realms, which were successful at and saved, or you will return to the horrible realms that Vecna has overtaken, and it is your task at that point to attempt to stop him if we have failed. All right? So, adventurers, do you accept our quest? And, player characters are like, well, where are we going to go? And they're saying, well, this realm is so unusual that there's 3 different realms we could send you to, and we're not sure which one we're going to be able to open the portal to, but it's very different than our world. That's all we can tell you. You have to trust us, right? And so at that point, they open the portal, right? If the player characters choose, if they choose no, then they just run through the traditional Lego Dungeons and Dragons Red Dragon's Tail campaign I already talked about. But if they say yes, then you have Lego Dungeons and Dragons Red Dragon's Tail Click. And the click is you literally take the Lego Dungeons and Dragons Red Dragon's Tail set, and you set up Lego City right next to it, and the gnome fighter, the elf wizard, the orc cleric, the orc rogue, and the dwarf cleric all go through to the Lego City theme, right? And now you have these Dungeons and Dragons player characters living in Lego City, which, and they become police officers, they become firefighters, they become EMTs. I would have it as first responders, and every Lego City set is available, and you run that campaign for 20 sessions, which spans 7 years, and then they return literally all the way back to the Lego Dungeons and Dragons Red Dragons set, and you determine by the fate rocks if Vecna was succeeded or failed. It's epic, and this is the beauty, right? Now, you could do whatever theme you want. You can connect it to Lego City. You can connect it to Lego Star Wars. You could connect it to Lego Harry Potter. You can connect it to Lego Alien Conquest. You can connect it to Lego Nexo Knights, right? So the Lego Dungeons and Dragons Red Dragon's Tail Click is literally clicking your $360 mega set to another incredible mega set for Lego, right? And it's incredible, right? The options are absolutely incredible. And every single set in that theme is perfectly scaled to your Lego Dungeons and Dragons Red Dragon's Tail set, and literally built to be 100% compatible with it. Incredible. Like, this is why this was done. The Lego Dungeons and Dragons Red Dragon's Tail Click is the reason all this happened, in my humble opinion. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.